The most important thing remains the safety of those who are going to implement the measures. These are the foot soldiers, people we call soldiers at the front line, our healthcare workers. And today, the government took a massive step to ensure that those people who've been at the forefront of India's fight against the virus are not beaten up, roughed up, humiliated in the manner that we have unfortunately seen over the last 1 month, again and again and again. Today, there was an ordinance brought in to amend the Epidemics Act. It's a century-old act, but one ordinance has been brought in which basically means that anyone who thinks that they can get away by spitting and scooting, that they are going to beat up, they are going to hit doctors, ASHA workers, healthcare professionals, that's not going to happen anymore. In fact, you could end up cooling your heels in jail for more than 5 years and pay up a massive fine as well, depending on the severity of our crime. Yesterday, remember, we told you of one desperate friend who was in tears after his friend, a doctor, passed away, and locals in Chennai did not allow him a burial. Well, anyone who does that anymore will now have to spend time in jail, and rightly so.
Approved promulgation of an ordinance to amend the Epidemic Diseases Act 1897 in the light of pandemic situation of COVID-19. And this actually protects the whole health fraternity, including doctors, nurses, paramedics, up to ASHA workers. Everybody get protected because what we have seen, when they are doing a yeoman's job, when they are doing the most crucial duty for the country, at some places they are being attacked, and some places their property is damaged, and at many places they are being looked upon as the carriers of the COVID-19. For this government, it's a zero tolerance area.
By the way, a similar ordinance has also now been issued by the Karnataka government. This is the same state where you had seen on Sunday evening massive arson take place. There were doctors, BBMP officials who were beaten up. Now, Karnataka has also issued a similar ordinance, and similar fines and punishments will be meted out, which is why the kind of people that you see on your screen right now will have to give it a long and hard thought. This is what happened in Sultanpuri today morning. And these people are members of, again, that organization that must not be named. That's how we're going to refer to it from here on. In this quarantine center, today morning, an entire group of those who must not be named, they walked out and they insisted that they have to be released, and they have to be released now. There were scores of doctors who were there in their PPE kits. They kept speaking to them on a loudspeaker, kept telling them, we are going to keep you separate from COVID positive patients. We cannot let you go. You have to stay in quarantine. But to no avail. Listen to what happened.
எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஏதாவது பண்ணுங்க. எல்லாம் இருந்தாலும் எல்லாரும் மௌத்தாகி தான் போவாங்க. முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு ஏதாவது போராட்டம் பண்ணி எவ்வளோ சீக்கிரம் இங்கே இருக்கிற மக்களை கூப்பிட முடியுமோ அவ்வளோ சீக்கிரம் கூப்பிட்டீங்கன்னா எல்லாரும் உசிறு தப்பிச்சிடும். யாருக்குமே எந்த நோயும் இல்லை.
पूरे नेगेटिव साथ दीजिए. बीमारी नहीं, बीमारी नहीं, बीमारी नहीं, बीमारी नहीं सर, बीमारी नहीं. नेगेटिव साथी, बीमारी नहीं. नेगेटिव रिसेंट नेगेटिव साथी सर, बीमारी नहीं सर. नेगेटिव आदमी है, दो नेगेटिव है, उन्होंने पॉजिटिव से अलग रहना चाहिए. देखो ये तो डॉक्टरों की टीम है, हम इंसान नहीं है, हम भगवान भी नहीं है. हम भी इंसान
जो डॉक्टर बोलते हैं हमने उनकी बात माननी पड़ती है, जो डॉक्टर बोलते हैं हम डॉक्टरों की बात माननी पड़ती है।
हमारा बात मानना चाहिए ना भाई, डॉक्टर हमारा बात मानना चाहिए ना।
क्या नाम है आपका?
डॉक्टर का
आपका नाम क्या?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us on the show, we have Dr. Pradeep Kumar, who in fact spoke very passionately for his friend Dr. Simon, not allowed dignity even in his death. Nupur Sharma, spokesperson of the BJP, and Shadab Chauhan, national spokesperson of Peace Party. Dr. Pradeep, yesterday you had said, I will keep speaking until we make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone in the country. Hopefully after this law, that shouldn't happen anymore.
Actually, that state government, central government were listening to us doctors, and to say that this is just a beginning, and the law, it has been they have amended epidemic act, and we have to actually continue this forward even after this dealing with this corona epidemic, because we want this to be permanently implemented. The implementation had to be properly carried out, and it should have to be, we have our community should be defended right through, because this doesn't end here. Corona will, definitely, I'm sure that as a medical community, we will fight against this corona and we'll come out victorious, for sure. We will defend our people. We will definitely succeed, and definitely, I'm sure that we are going to come out of this situation. But after this, there is a long way to go. We have to, as a country, we have to travel along. Yeah, we have to travel a long way as a country together.
Absolutely. And Nupur Sharma, one doesn't even know whether you should be happy that this is a great thing that an ordinance has been brought about, or tragic that we needed to get in a law to stop people from misbehaving.
Actually, the fact is,
shouldn't it be common sense that you treat people who are treating you with respect? Nupur
Yes,
Sharma.
madam, definitely.
Pending, in fact, if you remember last year, 10th June 2019, an incident in Calcutta, West Bengal, what it led to. Do you remember 2 junior doctors, one doctor's skull was half broken, a mob of 200 people decided to ransack a hospital, its premises, just because they thought that the doctors were negligent in treating a 75, 80-year-old man. You can't do that. You can't take law into your own hands. Doctors are doing their best currently. What has happened in Moradabad, what happened in Ghaziabad, what happened in the railway quarantine facility in Delhi. In fact, even the Delhi government requested more security for the medical staff. 3 advisories were given by the Ministry of Home Affairs.
What happened today morning in Sultanpuri?
Exactly.
And which is what is shocking,
right,
that you've got reasoning with people, you've got a law brought in, Shadab Chauhan, and despite that, you've got people misbehaving. What does it take?
There is no confusion about respect of corona warriors and their security. But one more question is that same ordinance have to bring for those labor class who are suffering in Maharashtra, in Delhi or in other areas, because in this epidemic, the same like the corona warriors, the most suffering community is labor class. And one more thing I want to say that there are some doctors also who also playing a blame game or playing a communal game. One incident in Meerut, Valentis Hospital denied for Muslims, and same incident in Jamshedpur where a lady woman denied by doctor and insist her to clean the floor. It's not good. If we are making ordinance, making law for doctors, we have to bring same law for all, because mob lynching is not good for any community, any caste, any religion.
Sir, it is the same law. It covers doctors irrespective of community. It is sort of commonsensical, and that logic is a little sad. But Nupur Sharma respond.
Well, I'm sorry, this is what is the doctor's fault and the medical frontline workers' fault? If you're going to make a statement tantamount to saying that doctors are being communal, then I actually want to remind you, Padmaja may have avoided saying so, the special operation or single source or whatever, I'm going to outrightly say it's because of the Tablighi Jamaat that 30% of coronavirus cases in India are thanks to them, and 68% in Delhi are thanks to them. And look at what they are doing in Sultanpuri, and even right now every day, hearing of cases.
Can you ask same
Please
question
stop it.
from Veera
Stop
Dr.
your
Bhatnagar?
politics. I will really have to object right now. The world is fighting a pandemic, and these doctors are putting their lives, the lives of their family, of their relatives, of their small children on the line. I think the government of India has done a fantastic job. Even the Supreme Court of India on 8th April 2020 had to give directions that the governments, especially at state and UT level, need to ensure proper protection for doctors. They are next to God for us right now. And here you are playing communal politics. This is the bigoted mindset which thinks that, 5 times a month in a day is going to save them from COVID. This is what these people think. You know what? Whether you like it or you don't,
And in
no
fact,
religious congregation is going to be allowed. Well, whatever you want to believe, none of your defense for Tablighi Jamaat is going to stand the 130 crore population of the country today. It stands shoulder to shoulder with the medical frontline workers and the frontline workers. Be careful. You have a problem. You can flout these laws against the Epidemic Diseases Act, current amendment and ordinance, and face the law, face the music, pay up 2 lakh rupees, pay up 7 lakh rupees, or face 7 years.
And in fact, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, there needs to be the realization in people. Yes, we can bring in laws, but nothing can be effective until people themselves realize that when they break this law, they only have to lose, and not just in terms of going to jail or paying a fine, but they can die because of it.
Absolutely, madam. That is true. Actually, even before this law, there have been so many acts which have, for example, there is an act, which is that Prevention of Violence Against Doctors Act. Such acts have been there for a long duration, and there have been a lot of attacks that has been going on. So it is absolutely necessary for us to, make sure that we just put across adequate awareness among the public and make sure they understand what exactly the situation is. That is how we can treat them. I understand, like the gentleman was not, I don't know, he was not defending us being supported with this this law. This is something which very little that is happening to us, trust me. This, at least this, they have...
I'm not denying this law. I'm just saying that please bring this law for labor clause also, this kind of law for each and every human in our country. Then what about those doctors who are denying?
Will you ever say the same?
Can you say a single word?
Can you say the same thing about attacking the police?
Okay, Mr. Chauhan, before you go off on a tangent, I want to reduce your audio. And I am not even a lawyer like Nupur Sharma, but just knowing a basic amount of law, I can tell you there is something that addresses mob lynching in our country, that is section 302 of the IPC, which stands for murder. But being a lawyer, maybe Nupur Sharma can educate you further. Nupur Sharma.
Of course, anybody taking any law into their own hands, and it's not just murder, if somebody is even gravely injured, it's covered under IPC. But you need to understand that there is a law which protects the patients in the name of medical negligence. But do doctors have that kind of protection against these, mob lynchers known as Tablighi Jamaatis? These are the people who are lynching the healthcare frontline workers. And when you spoke about Gujarat, I'm sorry, there was no mob lynching there. The only mob lynching, the only patharbazi, stone pelting, which is happening against doctors, nurses, police, anybody who is spitting on police, are actually from the single source only. You may scream yourself hollow, but that's the truth on the ground. And we are glad this has happened. On 8th April 2020, the Supreme Court also actually gave directions that the police needs to be armed to protect doctors and frontline workers. All thanks to people you are defending on the television. This is really not the time to go on a different tangent and say, ye wala law aap amend kar do, ye law amend kar do. The whole world is fighting a pandemic. Currently, any law which is suiting the current situation, that is ensuring that the lives of doctors and frontline workers are not threatened, that they are safe, because they anyway are sacrificing and putting their lives on line, and those of their kith and kin and their families. I think right now is the time to come together and fight this pandemic. Maybe you need to take your politics and just drill some sense into those people in Sultanpuri today morning, that they need to stop creating a chaotic situation in a quarantine facility and follow the instructions as given to them.
Shadab Chauhan, at least will the fear of law now make people behave? Just fear of the law, if not respect for doctors.
I'm not against this ordinance. I'm just saying that can you bring the ordinance for labor class who are suffering from last 25 days? What about them? Can you bring law for cleaning
what
staff?
law do
Can
you
you
want?
bring law for those
अरे
people
26 मार्च को गरीब
who are
कल्याण योजना के
denying
तहत
for Muslims?
poor people are being given 25 kg of ration. 800
Where?
million people
Can you
of
give
the
me
country
data?
are being
Can you
given
give me
free
data?
ration. Do you? I don't understand. What law do you want to bring for the labor class?
Okay.
Please tell me.
Nupur,
अब मुझे समझाओ.
Nupur Sharma, don't bother responding to that, because I think this is a purely perfunctory, because I'm on a TV debate, so I need to say something sort of a point that he's making. So please don't respond to that. I don't think it's worth responding to. But I want to again come back to the doctor. Do you think today Dr. Simon would have been around had this law been enforced sooner?
Madam, definitely.
In a sense,
Actually,
this is a tribute to him.
No, I don't think it would have changed anything as such. You know, that the situation, see, there are even stricter laws, you know. There are the prevention of violence against doctors, you know, that law, you know, there is an act that says that there can be imprisonment. It's a non-bailable offense again, and there can be imprisonment for up to 10 years, and, you know, and there can be a fine up to 10 lakhs as well. So having said that, you know, there have been laws, but the implementation of them and making stricter and stringent laws about them, and this has to be passed in the parliament, and, you know, they have to come out with a much more stricter punishments for people. See, if anybody attacks a policeman, what would be the situation? If anybody attacks an army man, what would be the situation? Such should be the situation if anybody attacks a doctor. That is what we want to. If you say a policeman and if you say a soldier is fighting for life, yes, madam, we are also fighting for lives. Yes, we are fighting for others' lives as well.
Labor class of the country. What about cleaning staff of the country?
Sir, labor class are there, sir. We are also fighting for them only. The soldiers are fighting for the labor class only. Definitely there are labor laws. People are working for labor laws.
They are dying due to lack of food.
Please, Padmaja. There are labor laws and there are labor forums for any kind of grievances to be addressed there. Right now, there is not a labor lockdown. There is a pandemic lockdown. The fight
Sir, I don't understand where did this question come from that we are talking about.
What is he talking about, Padmaja? Please call somebody who has basic knowledge of what we are discussing.
In this epidemic, I want to ask
अरे अभी तो कोर्ट भी बंद है भाई. नहीं आप क्या बोल रहे हो? तो समझ ही नहीं आ रहा.
Mr. Shadab Chauhan, you don't understand. At a point where somebody gets the virus, he or she will have to be treated by a doctor, whether they are laborers, whether they are the millionaires. So please do not make these points which make absolutely no sense at this juncture. Nupur Sharma, yes.
One thing I want to, this is my last comment. No doctor currently, you know, fighting this pandemic is asking any patient or any suspected COVID patient कि आपकी जेब में कितना पैसा है. And if that's what his argument is, I'm really sorry. The doctor right now in Sultanpuri in the morning today is not actually asking them to follow the rules of isolation just because he thinks they are richer than the other people. Please stop making these unfounded attacks on doctors. Stop making unfounded points. If you're unprepared, excuse yourself and apologize and go and talk to those tabligis that you're here defending, God knows for what reason, to just follow what the protocol of isolation and quarantine is. Please, we all need to respect doctors and frontline workers, and I agree with the other gentleman doctor here that, you know, frontline workers, yes, you're right. What happens to an army man? What happens to a cop? This is exactly what the Supreme Court said, that these are frontline workers, and the cops today need to ensure that they are safe, that they are given adequate security, which is exactly what the government of India has done. And that's why the IMA has even withdrawn a protest that they had called out for April 23rd.
And thank God for that, because that is what we spoke about yesterday. In the middle of a pandemic, if our frontline workers have to observe a black day, it is truly a black day for our entire country, and they've called off that protest. I'll give the final word to Dr. Pradeep. Are you missing your friend today? Is this law, in a sense, a tribute to Dr. Simon?
Definitely, madam. every time a life is lost, that is when, government starts looking at us. Every time a doctor's life is lost, that is when the government is looking at us and doing something. And that every time a doctor is attacked, that is when the government is at least listening to us. Now, I know the Dr. Simons and our situation has been worse, and that is where the government, at least people are listening to me now, and thankfully after this, government will take adequate. I believe that the government will take adequate steps to ensure that we doctors are safe enough, and in the future, our community will be able to work at more secure environment rather than finding us in a situation which happened like a day before yesterday, where we had to be literally running for our lives rather than standing ahead.
Well, the law will ensure that implementation needs to be more effective, but at a citizen's level, we also need to understand that someone who is fighting to keep us alive should be treated with respect. We are not animals. This is the most basic logic, and I hope we get that into our head. Thank you very much, Dr. Pradeep. You said yesterday you will keep speaking until there is justice for Dr. Simon. I hope this is justice. Thank you for speaking to us, Shajab Chauhan and Nupur Sharma. Doctors, meanwhile, in West Bengal seem to be on a collision course with the state government. A number of doctors' bodies, medical bodies, 7 of them in fact, shot off a letter to the state government saying many things. Among them, that there should be greater number of PPE kits, that ICMR guidelines should be followed. Incidentally, one of the signatories to that letter by the Indian Medical Association, the West Bengal chapter of that, was a member of parliament of the TMC itself, which is basically like a member of the party showing a mirror to the state government. However, within hours after that story, the MP did an about turn, said that that letter was meant only as a piece of advice. It was not about making allegations against the state. Now, all of this is happening at a time when at least 5 different doctors or associations have expressed concern in the way that testing is taking place, in the way that the state is dealing with COVID-19 cases. The biggest point of difference at this juncture is about one committee that has been made by the West Bengal government. The state committee is the only one which has the right to decide whether one death is because of COVID or otherwise. They get to certify whether the death is COVID-19 or not, which means it's ultimately this government committee that will decide how many deaths in West Bengal are shown up as a result of corona or not. But the Chief Minister today has other concerns as well. Among them, the visit of a central interministerial team, which has really upset Didi.
দেখুন র্যাপিড টেস্ট কিট টেস্টিং কিটস যা পাঠিয়েছিল সব উইথড্র করে নিয়েছে। কেন উইথড্র করার জন্য অ্যাডভাইজারি এসছে, তার মানে যা দিয়েছিল তার টোটালটাই উইথড্র, তার কারণ ডিফেক্টিভ। কার দোষ?
Now the MP Shantanu Sen first spoke when he had his hat of a doctor on. The second day when he spoke today to Tamal Saha, he had his hat perhaps of a Trinamool Congress MP on, which is why yesterday when he had flagged off concerns or rather suggestions about the way in which COVID testing was being done in West Bengal, he may have spoken as a doctor. But today he instead raised a finger at the interministerial central team that is visiting West Bengal and said the entire cycle of recommendations, of doubts being raised about the state government was at the instance of this team from the center, that they singled out one doctor who's been anti-government, who's been anti-Mamata.
There was a long gap between the request and the supply from the central government. You know, regarding so far the PPE and masks are concerned, it was hardly 10% of the total demand. Since last 2 days, there is a serious complaint that the kits sent by ICMR, many of them found to be defective. For every step, our hands are tied up. We have to look at the face of the central government. But if they do not extend their cooperation, and instead of extending cooperation, if they try to do politics directly or indirectly, this has become very tough. So for the PPE and mask, state government has to supply. Opening up our center, we have to wait for the ICMR guideline. Testing kit, we have to wait when they will supply, then only we can. Our doctors are 100% ready to extend their best possible cooperation. They had some humble suggestions. They came to a conclusion in yesterday's meeting, and already yesterday evening I have communicated with our Principal Secretary Health. Many of these are already being followed up in our state.
It's day 29 of the national lockdown. We're exactly a month away from the lockdown. We're just a day away from a month of the lockdown being over. And the figures, though, are a cause of worry because the total corona count has crossed the 20,000 mark and the number of deaths in the country is now past the 650 mark. 652 deaths were reported in India because of the virus. However, the heartening thing is that experts say that the rate of doubling, which basically means how many days does it take for the number of corona cases in our country to double, that has gone up. So it's taking more days for the corona cases to double, which is a good sign. Let's take a look, though, at what is the distribution of cases across the country, which are the states that have made progress, and which are the states, cities and hotspots that are still a cause of concern.
India has become the 17th country to record more than 20,000 coronavirus cases. And here is a look at how on each day we've recorded new cases over the past 1 week. On the 16th of April, the number of new cases was about 826. This number shot up to 1076 on the 17th of April. Over the weekend, we were expecting the numbers to go down, but they did not. On 18th of April, 957 new cases were recorded, and this number shot up to 1324 on the 19th of April, which was a Sunday. On the 20th, this number rose to 1540. On the 21st, it became 1329. And today, the number of cases, new cases, is 1486. So as you can see, over the past 4 days, this number has consistently remained above 1300. This is how we've added a total of 20,471 cases as of now. 71.5% of the total 20,000 cases in India have been reported from 6 main states. Let me take you through the worst affected states. Topping the list is Maharashtra with a total of 5,221 cases and 251 deaths. Remember, Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur continue to be the hotspots, and Mumbai alone has about 438 containment zones. Second in line comes Gujarat with a total number of cases coming in at 2,272. The third worst affected state is Delhi, the national capital, 2,156 total cases. No new deaths have been reported in the last 24 hours, so that's a silver lining. Next in line comes Rajasthan, which has reported the highest number of infections in the last 2 days. Tamil Nadu has a total of 1,596 cases with 18 deaths as of now. And last but not the least, Madhya Pradesh continues to be the 6th worst affected state in India with a total number of cases coming in at 1,592 and about 80 deaths. Over here, Indore alone continues to be the most looked after, the most concerning city at the moment.
As we're in our final week of the nationwide lockdown, here is how the statistics stand. We took exactly 8 days to travel from the 10,000 positive cases mark to where we stand at 20,000. That's how fast the spread has been, which is why right now, social distancing is key. Thanks very much for having watched. I'll see you tomorrow.